Hey friends, it's Natana. Happy Saturday evening. Happy Sagittarius new moon. Tonight, I wanted to get on because I made a commitment to myself, and my commitment to myself is doing a weekly live until I launch my accountability group January 8th of 2025. So, despite Mercury retrograde, despite there being Thanksgiving holiday, despite me still having to do my basic life, I chose to still stay with my promise to myself and show up tonight and get this done. Anyways, guys, tonight I want to talk about the power of small wins. Before I get into that, I just want to say thanks for joining me. I appreciate you for showing up for you because you know what we will be talking about tonight. We will be talking about a grief journey and how you are going to become a better, new, loving, inspired version of yourself that feels satisfactory within your own world. So, I want to talk a little bit about my week, okay? And then I'll get into the Sagittarius new moon and we'll talk about grief. I just want to say, like, this Mercury retrograde has been retrograding, okay? Anything that could go wrong, technology, transfers, money, communication, totally has already done that for me this week. Um, Add the holidays on top of that and traveling for the holidays and just like changing my schedule because of the holidays. It just really was like retrograding hard. So, enough about that. I want to talk a little bit about this Sagittarius new moon since today is the new moon. And what I do in my accountability program is I work with the energy of the planets. And today we are experiencing what a new moon in Sagittarius feels like. So, it's a time for new beginnings. It's a new moon is new creation, especially in areas of growth, adventure, and learning. Sagittarius encourages optimism, exploring new horizons, and expanding your worldview. However, with Mercury in retrograde, be mindful of communication challenges and potential delays. Double check your plans and stay flexible. I could attest to that. Some intentions aligned with learning, travel, and personal growth, embracing Sagittarius' expansive energy to spark fresh opportunities. So, just remember as you're going about the energy of the Sagittarius new moon, it's best to ask yourself, how does this lean in, or line up with learning things? Is there anything new I want to learn, or do I want to learn more in depth on something? Travel. Am I ready to start traveling? Am I ready to start planning for travel? Has it been a dream of mine and I've just never taken the risk on myself? Well, now is the time to start planning for that, even if it's years in advance, right? And then personal growth. What is it within you that you desire to learn more about or to expand upon? For me, I already know, I've been thinking about it. And for me, it's about taking public speaking courses. I think that'd be so fun for me next year to focus on better communication skills because why not? So, okay, let's get back to the reason that we're here. If you're here, you're probably someone who feels stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure of where to start when it comes to moving forward after loss. And I want you to know you're not alone. I too have experienced a massive amount of loss, and it greatly changed me as a person. And I spent years navigating what that meant for me. Today, I want to talk about something simple but life changing: the power of small wins. When we're grieving, everything can feel so big. Like, just getting through the day is an impossible task. We think we have to take huge steps to see change. But the truth is, real transformation happens one step at a time. It makes me think of that Jordan Sparks song. I think it's Jordan Sparks. One step at a time. Okay, you guys aren't here for my singing. Sorry. Anyways, sometimes it's as simple as making your bed in the morning or drinking a glass of water to start your day. These small wins create a ripple effect, building momentum and reminding you that you're capable of showing up for yourself. I can attest to this. This is things that I did every day for myself. I gave myself as many routines as I could have. I kept trying at things that I kept failing at, but I just kept taking small steps to get there. And eventually it became something that was easy for me. I want to share a story that might sound familiar to some of you. One woman I worked with came to me feeling completely stuck. She told me, I don't even know where to begin. Just getting out of bed feels like a victory some days. She felt like she was drowning in all the shoulds. You should be productive. You should feel better by now. You should know what to do next. But she didn't. We started with something small. I asked her, what's one thing you know you could do today? Not what you should do, just something simple you feel okay doing. She decided to put her shoes on and walk to the mailbox. That was it. And you know what? She did it. The next day, she walked a little further. And after a week, she was walking around the block and actually looking forward to it. That small, simple action gave her a sense of accomplishment, something she hadn't felt in a long time. And from there, she started tackling other areas of her life, one small step at a time. It wasn't overnight, but eventually she went from barely holding on to rebuilding a life she felt proud of. It's important to feel proud of what you do every day, even the small little tasks, because when you feel like you have no purpose and that your life is essentially meaningless, how do you fight to even live when you're in such grief? It's a very difficult task, and you have to give yourself the ability to build confidence through making these small little tasks, no matter what they are, because at that point, life really does become meaningless. This idea of small, consistent steps is a big part of the Rise and Rebuild accountability group. One of the pillars is make goals and grow, where we focus on setting achievable goals and creating momentum and building confidence. That's exactly what I'm doing here with you guys today. I opened up this live talking about how I had the opportunity to not show up for myself today and to break my own promises to myself. And it takes small little steps to get to where I really desire to be. And I am using one of those pillars that I use to build this Rise and Rebuild accountability group, make goals and grow, where we focus on setting achievable goals that create momentum and build confidence. It's not about doing everything at once, it's about doing one thing at a time. When you join the program, you'll get the tools and support to identify those small steps and stay consistent with them, even when it's hard. If this resonates with you, I want to invite you to keep following along as I share more about how you can rebuild your life step by step. And if you're ready to take the next step, stay tuned for some exciting opportunities I'll be sharing soon. Thank you so much for being here, supporting me, supporting you, showing up for you. And remember, every small win is a step towards a life that works for you. You've got this. Hey guys, I want to let you know that I've made a commitment to myself and I plan to go live. I believe it's um, every Wednesday leading up until January 1st. And I also feel like tomorrow I might want to start doing my 31 days of sacred daily intentions and go live again like I used to do all the time. So that way we could just create a sacred space of showing up for ourselves, acknowledging ourselves, recalibrating our nervous system using EFT tapping as we are setting that intentional space. I always go live on my Facebook page like I am here today. That's where you will find me. I don't know what time. It's going to be some random time in the morning, most likely. So if you catch me, you catch me. If you don't, you'll find a replay on my page. And I hope you guys have a lovely Sagittarius new moon. Take care of yourself.